Sorry about the false title in the last episode. Apparently, we're about 5 seconds away from where we were.
See, I'm getting grilled for the screen not being where I thought it was.
Let's play some Ace Attorney.
Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna
Gaslight Attorney. That's my favorite.
Yeah. I'm not gonna point out everything you need to investigate, but I do have the walkthrough in case we need it.
In case I get lost.
Well, the thing is that even if like you miss something, I would then also have to forget that's like crucial evidence. So hopefully we don't need the walkthrough.
Hello? Anybody home? No answer. Mrs. Inme's probably out right now. Well, I'll just get what I came for. I'm watching you like a warbod, barbed head. You better not steal anything. I never do something like that. I'm just here to get what I asked for. Then get on with it. Now, what if you'd stop interrupting me? Alright, so obviously we need to examine her bag. Here's Maya's bag. What is that strange pouch on her bag? It's the Steel Samurai. He's the hero of an action hero show back in my country. Never update the song. It's actually Maya's favorite show. She's got all sorts of merchandise related to it. I see. He looks strikingly similar to the plumed Punisher. They are similar, but Steel Samurai definitely came first. I see. How interesting. Rafa seems genuinely intrigued. There must be a common thread between Plume Punisher and Steel Samurai fans.
What?
Come to think of it, didn't Maya mention something about trending with the Plume Punisher, trading with the Plume Punisher fan? But I digress. I'd better find out what she asked me to look for and get going. Let's see here. This must be that tome of secrets that Maya was talking about.
That's what, barbed head? Nothing.
It's actually a tome of meerkats. Miyu and Zabumbafu. Well, barbed head, are you finished now? Hold on a second. The string around it's coming undone. Whoops! Oops! We opened the map. The map. Gotta look at the map. Gotta see, gotta look at the map. Gotta see, gotta look at the map. Patrick.
You're gonna tell us to go to Poshley Heights next, I think.
Do you know something familiar about this map? You mean it's like the one from our board game? Do you think this is a problem? Oh. Ah, you fool, do not lay eyes upon it! Put it away, quickly, before we go blind! Relax, my hand just slipped. This is the Tome of Secrets. Are you trying to get us cursed? Lady Kira's liable to swoop down and gouge your eyes out. Would she get a murder charge for that? Alright, this book is related to Lady Kira, isn't it? Your benevolence, would you mind if I asked you some questions?
Actually, can I just talk to Nana? Because
this is not something I would normally speak about to an outsider such as you. Nana, however, well, can you make an exception? If you insist. Nana! What of this folding book? Yes, I see. This very important tome is bestowed upon the priestess in a purification rite. Something very important. What's written inside?
this is like when I'm watching like a informative video. I just pause it and turn to Allie, and I'm like, I just learned the craziest shit instead of linking her the video.
Yes, I see. Really. Is it all right to reveal that? Your benevolence. Patience. The book contains Lady Kira's true name. Her true name. Is a name really that important of a secret? To a Koreanist priestess, a person's name is one of its most important things to know. So what's her name? No. What's so important about a name? Without a name, a priestess's voice will fail to reach a person's mitama. It is much like trying to send a letter without the recipient's address, or trying to kill someone in the Death Note without knowing their name. You watch Death Note? No!
No, I only watched the Korean show that seems to be what Death Note copied, called Unalive Book.
I will take this udon noodle and consume it. Spirit can only be identified once you know the deceased's face and name. Oh, I get it. It's like when you see someone in a crowd you recognize, but you don't know their name. It makes it impossible to get their attention. Indeed, you must know a spirit's face and true name before you can commune with it. It is the same Koreanism's most secret art, one that my mother alone may use. Queen has a secret art? It is something a foreigner such as you could never hope to guess. So it's what Maya can do, isn't it?
In Koreanism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the queen. No one else is supposed to be able to do it.
I should pretend this is all new to me. Besides, I get the feeling she secretly really wants to tell me all about it. So what's the secret art there, Rafa? Could you tell me about the secret art of the queen you spoke of? Come again? Oh, sorry, maybe we shouldn't talk about this. It is a secret after all, right? It is the secret art of spirit channeling. But I suppose those words are meaningless to you. I'm just surprised how willing you are to tell me about it. A third-rate lawyer could not channel spirits simply by learning of the technique. Third rate's a bit harsh. I'd even settle for second. At least my deck is not fourth rate. What is it? You have the look of a tentacled hag frog upon your face. The heck is a tentacle hag frog? Spirit channeling. That's where a medium lets a spirit possess her body to return to our world, right? Well now, I see you have done your homework. I guess I studied a bit. With the power of spirit channeling, one can bring back even the most ancient of spirits. It is quite a magnificent power, is it not? I've never seen her eyes light up like this before. I imagine they're pretty shocked when they come back from ancient times. Indeed. A spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. So even a spirit that's brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time. Between the moment of its death and the moment it's channeled? Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. Thus, even heroes and scholars of antiquity can be channeled and directly learned from. Our queens have also used this power to help the rulers of neighboring lands seek counsel. That is why we have never been invaded and how we have maintained our unique culture. So spirit channeling is a really effective tool for international politics. It is, indeed. And that is why...
I'm waiting for them to talk about Zhangfa.
They won't. Zhangfa doesn't exist. And that is why only those with the power to channel spirits may rule our kingdom. But of late, there has been an endless influx of illegal immigrants from neighboring lands. The fools come seeking the same great power as my mother. Illegal immigrants? Yes, it is becoming quite a problem. Some have lost their way in life and look to Koreanism for their salvation. Among them are also those of dubious nature who have been driven from their own lands. Dubious nature? Driven from their own land? Gasp in pain definitely fit that bill. But they sure weren't treating him like an illegal alien. Can you channel spiritual benevolence? I am but the royal priestess. There is still much that I must learn. As of now, the divination seance takes me to the very limit of my ability. So her spiritual power doesn't measure up to Maya's. You were just mocking me in your mind, weren't you? Don't be ridiculous. It is written all over your face, you impudent nincompoop. The divination seance was once one of the important roles fulfilled by the queen. That is why my mother taught me it when I was little. So the queen can perform the dance of devotion. That'd be a sight to see. Waka waka. Someday I will be a powerful priestess and queen, just like my mother. And the divination seance is a vital part of my training to prepare me for that day. Forgive my ignorance, your benevolence. You shall see. It will not be long before I, too, master the secret art of spirit channeling. I'll be a magnificent queen who unites the people by the greater good of Crane. Now I see. Spirit channeling is something she really aspires to.
I'm going to ace that test and become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan and the other villagers down.
Looks like she has actually something in common with Maya. Are you quite through now? There are more important things to do than stand around here and talk about spirit channeling. That's true. Doesn't have anything to do with this case as far as I can tell. Or does it? If the queen is a spirit medium, are you about to suggest that my mother was channeling Lady Kira? I guess she saw that one coming. Lawyers are indeed a witless breed. On the day of the rite, my mother was engaged in other duties at the palace. Of course. My mother's a very busy woman, and the idea itself is preposterous. Do you truly believe the Queen of Khura'in would personally battle the insurgents? This is precisely what makes you third rate. Another dead end. This is bad. Anyway, I need to continue looking for leads, so...
Don't let him escape! I think I'm the
Don't let a single
bailiff!
one of them escape. What is all that racket?
It was Nana yelling all that. After him!
What? That escaped prisoner surfaced here in town? Escaped prisoner? You mean that guy with the bushy beard? There is no reason to panic. The police are on his trail. He's no longer a suspect, but he might know something considering he was at the scene of the crime. Also, he escaped from prison.
Well, you gotta put him back in prison. I don't see the problem.
Let's go take a look. Wait! I'm sure we can catch them when the police can't.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, my aching back. I forgot how badly I injured it. Ow, ow. Oh, I need to do some stretching and exercise more when I get back home. Maybe that's why there's not a 7th game. Phoenix killed himself from stretching too hard.
That's it. Mr. Wright.
Hi, Albie.
I think I'm Albie. I am!
Wow.
I had an identity crisis, Mr. Wright.
I'm glad you got over it.
I'm not.
That's horrible! Have you seen...
I know, my identity crisis is really a big deal. Are you alright, sir?
Hold on a second. Have you seen that escaped prisoner around here?
Oh, so that's why all those police came rushing over here. I heard them saying something about an escaped prisoner disappearing in this area.
He disappeared in this area? He couldn't have taken the air to the air again, could he?
He BLJ'd up the staircase.
Barbed head, I told you to wait. It's too dangerous for you around here, you benevolence. Mr. Arable could be lurking nearby. What sort of a princess would I be? If all it took was an escaped prisoner to frighten me. She's fearless, I'll give her that. Can't be responsible if something happens to you. As long as I'm here, though, I might as well search the area myself. Huh. If I were an escaped prisoner, where would I hide?
He's in my bag. I'm abetting a criminal.
I'm bagging a criminal.
Ha, get it? Like the bag.
I'm feeling the oncoming of another identity crisis, Mr. Wright. Look at all these vegetables.
Let's see. There's Gipam, Kunuru, and Zabaz. And they're all freshly picked this morning.
I've never heard of any of them. Maybe I'll buy some to see what they taste like. Want some too? I'll be my treat.
Really? Thank you, sir. I'll take some of this and this. Oh, and this too. Oh, there's the... Let's feed you too, Mr. Arable.
That's quite a lot there already, don't you think?
This is barely enough for a side dish.
I hope I bought enough money. I was going to be hiding in that.
Allow me to explain, this bird is known as a warbat. It's only found here in Khura'in.
Oh, right. The bird lady Kira based herself on.
Based.
It's a really beautiful bird. Tourists must love it.
They usually do. There's just one thing about it that's kind of hit or miss. Its unusual cry drives children to tears. It can even make some adults collapse in fear.
Maybe they should keep such a fearsome creature in a less crowded area.
No.
What do you think it could say to make children cry and adults, like, cower in fear? Maybe it just goes like... Among Us. Or something like really loud.
That's it. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head.
Crying.
Yeah.
It's just like a river of tears.
2017. I think that's the canon. This is a really popular bun shop here in Korean.
Oh, they even sell Magatama. Let's see. 1 Magatama and 15 Damas. Wait a second. Aubrey, weren't you selling them for 20 Damas a piece?
The extra $5 is a service fee.
He's quite the shrewd businessman.
I told you he BLJ'd up the stairs.
The gate to Temple.
Yahoo, yahoo, yeah!
At the top of these stairs is my home away from home. Just looking at them is making my back ache. Inside the cow, maybe? Hey, Albie, what's this cow-like animal?
It's a cow, dumbass. It's a yak.
Fucking gaslighting me, Albie.
They carry heavy loads and provide milk. They're indispensable partners in our daily lives.
Interesting. Hey, they're kind of cute up close.
Oh, and they're also prized for their meat. You know, the meat you enjoyed so much last night.
Oh, partner must mean something else here. It's a poster. Looks like some kind of Koreanese superhero. Not all your superheroes look the same, regardless of where they come from. I guess I have to move.
No, you don't.
Do I have to talk to Albie?
No, it's an examine.
Oh. Have you noticed anything around here?
I haven't seen the escaped prisoner, but I did notice how slow you run, sir.
It's just the high elevation. I'm out of breath before I know it.
The police said the escaped prisoner vanished right around here.
Huh. Not any real good hiding places, so where could he have gone?
Maybe he melted into the crowd.
You should be careful, your benevolence. You need not tell me that. I'm no child, after all. Okay. I didn't help.
Sure she is.
Who, Rafa? Oh yeah, she's like 13 or 15, something like that.
Yeah.
That manhole cover. Oh, I'm blind. It's open. I don't know what it was.
Whoa, what is it, Shadow? Wow. I'm having an identity crisis again.
Did you sniff out something or someone in the manhole? I wonder. Could Shadow track Mr. Arable if he had something with the rebel scent on it?
Ow, my ears, Mr. Wright. I don't know.
I feel like I've gotten something with Mr. Arable scent on it. Something he might have
better.
touched. It's very important to shout his name.
Do you want to know?
I can figure it out. Here, Shadow, how about this? I hope it works. I think he's picked up a scent. I like how this game just treats all dogs like scent dogs. Not if I parse Shadow for a bit.
By all means.
50 Dharma.
I had no idea you could do this. Yeah, go get him, boy.
Your benevolence, I'm heading down to the manhole now. Could be dangerous, so please wait here. Wait. Don't worry, I won't commit any of those misdeeds you're so worried about. That is not what I fear. There may be a vicious insurgent lurking down below there. Oh, you worried about me? No, I was simply wondering why you would go to such lengths in your investigation. After all, if you would simply withdraw from this case, they might commute your sentence. I'm doing this to prove my innocence. But how can you be so sure of the accused innocence? He's already been found guilty. Very hastily. Don't worry, maybe that extra day in court's a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down. You'll see.
Okay.
I believe in her. She says she's innocent, then that means she's innocent. Lawyers must trust in their clients to the bitter end. That's just what we do. You lame brain. Do what you will. Well, I'm going in. Let's go, Shadow.
Be careful. Also, why'd you call him that? My dog's name is Missile.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming at you from the sewers. Wait, come back here. Pitch black down here. I can't see a thing. Stock punch sound effect dot wave.
Dark Souls, you died.
Oh, ow, ow, ow. What happened? I went down into that manhole and then... Oh, you finally come to? Ah! I remember that face anywhere. And that dragon symbol on his armband. That's the mark of the rebels. There could be no mistake, it's him. That's horrible! With a giant spider in the background.
Giant enemy spider.
Yikes! Sorry I got a little rough with you back there. Thought you were the cops. Why are you making that face? Hey, want an apple? I thought he was gonna kill me. I'll pass on the apple, but thanks. I might a good apple, but not right now. What is this place? This is the office of my brother-in-arms, Dirk. But right now we're using it as a rebel safe house. Wait, back up a sec. What kind of office is this exactly? A law office, what else? Really? Dirk used to be a lawyer? Yep, just like you. Kareen's public enemy #1 is an ex-lawyer? Didn't see that coming. But I don't suppose I'll be coming around here anymore. You won't? Are you planning to flee or something? It's just, I want to get out of the rebel business. Tired of being hounded by the cops and all that. So I came by today to pick up the last of my stuff. Really? I'm gonna sell Dirk's info to the Minister of Justice and slip out of Kareen. Wait a second. You're a key person of interest in this case. You can't just go running off like that. Relax, will ya? I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Oh, sorry about punching your lights out back there. My bad. So, Mr. Lawyer Man, what do you want to know? Tell me about the murders of the High Priest Tarust in me and his acolyte Perez a lot. Sure, I'll tell you whatever I can. Don't know if it'll be much help, though. I mean, I'm not a rebel anymore, so... I wonder how true that really is. Goodbye, spider, I guess.
It had to go, its people need it.
Is this a law book? The dragon's mark's been branded on the cover. That's Dirk's law book. Really? The leader of the rebels? That Dirk? That's right! And that mark of the dragon's the emblem of the rebellion. The pages in this one section are really dirty. Must be the section on the Defense Culpability Act.
I've been using that to wipe my ass.
He must have done a ton of research on the Defense Culpability Act. He practically wore out the entire section.
It's not coming back, man.
It's coming back. Let's give it a minute. Ow. Guess Phoenix doesn't care about the enormous fucking spider. Is that coat yours, Mr. Iron?
Really close to the camera.
Belongs to the rebel leader, Dirk. Pretty impressive. I like the color, too. Want to try it on? Really? You sure it's okay? Of course. That'll look great on you. Well then, don't mind if I do. Ugh, it smells all moldy. I can't believe you fell for it. Har har. He's not crying out of his eyes. He's crying out of, like, his fucking temple.
Yeah.
That thing's been hanging there forever. Note to self. Don't trust this guy ever again. Incense and white flowers. The flowers are still fresh. They must have been put here maybe today or yesterday. Did you put these in, Mr. Arbel? Something wrong with flowers? Oh, no! It's just a tradition there in Crane. Pay no mind. There's a knife driven deep into a photo of the Queen. I guess the rebels really hate her. I better remember to stay on their good side. There's a ladder leading underground. He must have brought me in through here. But there's no reason for me to leave yet. I should see what Mr. Arable has to say. Tell me everything you know about the High Priest's murder. Well, as you know, I don't really remember much about that. Banged my head on a rock as soon as I parachuted into the inner sanctum. So, when I told you I had nothing to do with his murder, I meant it. Okay, then. Where were you when you came to after banging your head? By the time I came to, it was already dawn. I must have been out cold the whole time. So you didn't see the crime happen at all, and somehow you didn't freeze to death. You got that right! Then why'd you say you did when you testified? Oh, about that, since I didn't remember a thing. I was afraid I'd seem suspicious, so I came with that whole story. Does he even realize how much trouble his bag fat lies caused me? Sorry for the trouble. That was definitely my bad. He doesn't seem very sorry to me. So the bottom line is you were at the scene of the crime but weren't involved in it. Got it. So Dirk used to be a lawyer. Yep, he was a force to be reckoned with back when he was still practicing. He was a juggernaut of the law and as mighty as a dragon. He could strike terror into the prosecutor's heart just by glaring at him. People called it his dragon's glare. Even got criminals confess and pass out with a well-placed glare. Gotta be kidding me. Most important of all, he'd never surrender. He'd fight for the accused no matter how the odds were stacked against him. Is that what you meant by the will of the dragon? Yep, that'd be it. Actually, your work in court yesterday was mighty impressive too. You didn't give up no matter how hard of a beating you took. Not like Dirk, I might add. Oh, thanks. Even if a big part of that beating I took was because of you.
You have to examine more.
Now do I examine the ladder?
No. There's more stuff you haven't examined.
I guess the food. There are bowls and platters of food here. They're still warm, as if this is all recently prepared. You must have a pretty big appetite, Mr. Arable. Guys as big and strong as me. Got even bigger appetite, you know? You just fled from the police. I don't know how you could eat this much after all that excitement. Sorry if I offended you. Now first, let's start with an appetizer. Where's he getting all those apples from? Oh, join me, Mr. Lawyer, man. Got plenty of shore lizards, too. Thanks, but I already ate sewer lizards. Maybe the giant board. This looks like a photo of Dirk and his compatriots. Here's one that looks really old. Wow, this was taken back about 20 years ago. Is that Apollo Justice? What the fuck? What do you mean? What? Okay, just discard 5, I guess. What do you mean? And then there's Narhuda, and then there's Dirk, I'm assuming. These are Dirk's sons. Really, so this is the rebel Dirk in the center. He doesn't look so evil. Nice armband, kid. Both of his sons look kind of familiar. One left is Yudi. Oh, but you know him as Prosecutor Sabmati. Prosecutor Sabmati is Dirk's son? Yeah, he is. Yudi was once a rebel, too. He used to really respect this old man, both as a father and as a lawyer. Why did he become a prosecutor? Why did he become a prosecutor? Being a lawyer in the kingdom is the same as signing your own death warrant. On account of the Defense Culpability Act, right? Yeah. That's why Yudi decided to be a prosecutor instead. He wanted to spark a revolution from the inside, so he dove right into the enemy's den. I would have never guessed it looking at him now. Hey, you say that again. Dirk is battling to change Kurane's legal system. The will of the dragon spurs him on. You know, I just realized, if the first game established, like, anything about Phoenix's parents, we'd be hearing about them non-stop, but because the first game said, like, nothing and said they were normal people, the game's like, fuck. Alright, well, we can't make him, like, the son of the president or something. He's gotta be some fucking loser.
Yeah.
But with Apollo, they learned their lesson. They're like, alright, we can make this kid as fucking stupid as we want.
They gotta get you more Apollo backstory in every fucking...
Every game. Every game. Except the fourth one, apparently. Kind of. I guess you got some of his mother.
Yeah, he got his mother in that one.
I thought Yudi was taking up the mantle to carry on that will, too. They were sure he'd help overthrow Garan's one day, but as you've seen, he now uses the law to do her bidding. Dirk's been beside himself. So he no longer carries the will of the dragon in him, huh? What would happen between father and son for it to come to this?
Also, other kid.
What about the other child in the photo? That's Dirk's adopted son. Adopted? What do you mean adopted? When did this happen in the timeline? Oh yeah, by the way, Mr. Wright, did I ever tell you about that time I was in Korean for a while? Like, a lot of my life?
Yeah, I didn't mention it when you said you were gonna fly over there to see your friend Maya. I just thought it wasn't really relevant.
His name's Apollo. Apollo? Wait a second. That bracelet. It really is Apollo. He was a rascal, that one. His voice could shake the entire room. I imagine he's out there raising high hell somewhere. yeah, I'm sure he's doing just fine. Considering how far he's come, Mr. Honorable's description really doesn't do Apollo justice. Okay, come on.
They said it! They said it!
I like how they capitalized justice, too.
They didn't,
Apollo. I've been watching you grow over these past 2 years. That's why I know you're ready. Why I know I can leave Trucy in the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo.
Why Apollo now?
I don't know. So, I'm doing the judge in this one. But you're still doing Narahida. But which one of us is doing Athena?
I'll do Athena. Probably.
Thank you! I'll be fine! Everything will be fine!
I mean, Athena, maybe she's in this game. What?
She was in the game. She appeared.
What?
He's a responsible young man now. He never lost that loud voice, though. Well, I gotta start packing. Who knows when they might catch up with me if I don't scram soon. Please wait, I still need to ask you something. Go ahead, shoot! What are the rebels trying to do? And why were you at the Inner Sanctum in the first place? Mr. Arable's plan. Why were you at the Inner Sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. But that high priest, he was a fool for getting taken in by Dirk. He should have tried hightailing out of Kurane like I'm doing. Okay, bud.
Correct.
Ah, psyche locks. Mr. Arable's hiding something, but I won't know exactly what until I can undo the locks. What exactly are you trying to hide, Mr. Arable? Huh? I'm not hiding anything. No way, no how. I'll just have to use my Magatama on him, then. Take that! Just fucking decks him. Revenge. That's plan. That's like me when I'm like, alright, for this session, das Plan. I'm gonna ask you again. Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? You can keep asking, but the answer's still the same. I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. But the High Priest is a fool. He fell for Dirk's line and sold his own country out. How can you say such things about him? He helped you escape, didn't he? Don't you even care about what happened to him? Nope. I was getting out of the rebellion anyway. He should have opened his eyes. I never stood a chance against the Garan regime. Hang on. Do you really believe what you're saying? Didn't the High Priest's death really hurt you on the inside? Like I said, I couldn't care less about the whole thing. I beg to differ. This wouldn't be here in the room if you didn't feel a thing. What was written on it? No.
Take that!
It was the flower. Heard these flowers are offered in memory of the dead here in Karain. The High Priest's death hit you hard, so you've been grieving here alone, haven't you? Well, hee-ho! Hee-ho! These flowers don't mean anything. It's just a Karainese way of saying goodbye. Well, I had the fact that you're mourning his death. You're reading into this too much. I told you, I'm done with the rebellion. I haven't even heard from Dirk or the rest of them for a few days. Tomorrow I'm planning to kiss this kingdom goodbye. No, I know you've been in contact with the other rebels lately. Not exactly do you plan on proof of that. This piece of evidence ties you to the other rebels. It is the flag.
Take that!
I found this prayer flag at the Plaza of Devotion. You wrote a message on it and left it behind for your own fellow rebels, didn't you? They brought this food for you at your request. So you're lying about leaving the rebels. You're still involved with Dirk and the rest of them, aren't you? Yeah. You ready to tell me the truth now? Oh, you're good, Mr. Lawyer, man. I admit it. I requested the grub. I was just taking advantage of him, that's all. What do you mean? My face plastered all over the place. I couldn't stay out in the open anymore. So I just took advantage of my former comrades for some grub and a place to hide. I was gonna kiss his kingdom goodbye tomorrow. I'm not buying it. You're obviously lying. I can tell just by looking at you. The white-hot flames of revolution definitely still burn on the inside of you. What? That's ridiculous. These flames burned out a long time ago. This proves that the flames of revolution still burn on inside of you.
Take that!
Dirk's law book. I'm no lawyer, so what's that got to do with me? Look at the mark branded on the cover. This mark that stands for an unwavering commitment to the revolution. It is Dirk's way of representing the will of the dragon. Yeah, so what of it? You have that same mark on the scarf tied around your left arm. But you wouldn't be wearing that if you were no longer a rebel. I forgot to take it off, that's all. No, as a wanted man, that should have been the first thing you took off. The fact that you haven't hidden that mark yet proves you're still a rebel. Hoo-ha! Am I fighting Lieutenant Surge? What's happening? Think what you want, but you don't know nothing about me. No, you're wrong. You wear your heart and your beliefs right on your sleeve, just like me. And this is what I believe in.
Take that!
Just fucking instant click. When a person's back is against the wall, they always fall back on what they believe. Just as I always have my badge, you always have the will of the dragon with you. Would you risk your life for your beliefs? No, I wouldn't. No. No, because I wouldn't be much use to my clients dead. Now admit it. You never once thought about leaving the Defiant Dragons, have you? That look in your eyes. It's just like Dirk's. Looks like you got the will of the dragon inside you, too. This is the most Yakuza series of, like, lines I've seen in the entire game.
Yeah.
I planned to take you out if you turned out to be on the side of the Royals. But I think I can trust you. I can't believe I was that close to getting shanked here. It's like you said, I have no intention of leaving Dirk's group. In other words, you were testing me. You're a foreigner, and a lawyer who's been charged with abetting a criminal to boot. And I've seen a fair share of lawyers get pardoned after weeping at the feet of the Queen. Well, I'm gonna keep fighting till the end. Yeah, I could see that now. Sorry I ever doubted you. So what are you doing here anyway? I came to get the secret hideout key from a helper. A secret hideout? Yep. I was supposed to get my next order from Dirk there. But that town's swarmed with cops thanks to that murder. Nothing I can do about that. What about the order Dirk was supposed to give you? Gonna have to abort that mission. Now I'm just lying low, waiting for a chance to make contact with Dirk again. Hey, why the long face? Thought you'd be able to tell me something about the High Priest's murder. Sorry to disappoint you. No, I know. Let me make it up to you with this Dragon Ball. Fortunately, it doesn't have any markings on it, so it's kind of like a prop. What? This orb's actually a key. Opens the door to one of those secret hideouts. Also, if you look closely, kinda looks a lot like a lexicon from Ross's Fire Emblem campaign. Can't say any more than that. Anyway, hope it helps. This orb is a key? Yep. Plus the hideout's in a totally unexpected location. And being that it's super secret, you couldn't have just any ordinary key. I see. Golden orb. Yeah, that's golden. It's like it's like orangish. Maybe this helped me unravel the truth behind this case. Thanks. Don't mention it. Besides, you're a fellow brother in arms fighting the powers that be. But it'll help you. Feel free to pick my brain a bit more. Everyone's been talking about the return of that Lady Kira lately. Well, my friend Mai is suspected of being the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. You wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you? Beats me, but whoever she is, she bushwhacked me and hauled me off to jail. Even worse, on top of attacking us and delivering us to the cops. She's been watching us like a hawk and framing us for different crimes. Watching like a hawk, framing you for crimes? Why would anyone go to all that trouble? Our kingdom likes to pretend that its people are free to think what they want. Because of that, the authorities can't arrest you just for sympathizing with a rebellion. They resort to framing people for things they didn't do. And the Lady Kira figure is... Yep, she's just some lick spittle working for the Garon regime. Wow. Even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say, I got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch it if I were you. Cause you got a defiant attitude like one of them dragon dupes. So he was talking about Lady Kira then. Advanced combat skills, detailed surveillance, clever setups. She's no amateur if you ask me. So you're saying the monarchy is using Lady Kira to secretly take out the rebels? Exactly! The Garon regime is using her to control the people, even down to what we think. Why don't the people protest if the monarchy is doing something like that? Unfortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence. And without that, we can't prove anything. I know the feeling. If I bring this up in court, they'd probably dismiss it out of hand. I'll have to unmask Lady Kira if I want to get anywhere. Our goal? Get rid of that evil, no-good Defense Culpability Act. I can tell just by looking at Dirk's law book. The DC Act has turned this kingdom into a corrupt cesspool, where false charges are overlooked and prosecutors are the only ones heard in court. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted. What happened 23 years ago to make them pass such a terrible law? The assassination of Queen Amara. That's where it all began.
It happened before I was even born, but Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. And it was the rebel leader Dirk who did it.
Dirk assassinated the former queen, didn't he? That's the official line, but... The official line? Those charges were completely trumped up! Dirk was framed, I'm telling you. He was? Plus, Dirk was a lawyer. Once the people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against all lawyers. That's how the DC Act was first passed. God, this is actually like just like in real life. Like, remember that time where a clown like killed somebody and everyone was like, "Oh fuck, clowns! Oh shit, they're gonna kill us."
You're talking about something funny, but I was thinking about something depressing, like actually depressing, which is like like the single time there was a mass
trans
shooting
shooter.
that a trans person.
Everyone's like,
yeah,
you gotta worry about those trans people. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, for fuck's
yeah,
sake.
yeah.
I still see those comments. I'm like, guys, it was less than 1%.
Yeah, I think like there's like a graph that's like like cis shooters versus trans shooters, and it's just this giant fucking bar under cis and then under one.
Was there any relation to them being trans to why they shot the school? I barely heard anything about that.
I don't think so.
It didn't have anything to do with it.
I mean, I didn't look at all the evidence or anything, but I don't remember hearing that they were like bullied for being trans or anything.
That would make
I
it
think
even
I think
like.
it was unrelated.
That would make it even worse.
Yeah.
That's how the
Obviously,
DC Act
I
was
don't
first passed.
advocate for murdering people who are transphobic, but
No, I don't
It would-
really
it would make
advocate
it- it would make it
for those
sadder.
shootings, but like also like, fuck's sake, people. So that's why there aren't any lawyers left in Korean. Even worse, it changed the significance of the divination seance. Significance of the divination seance. They were holding seances in court. They were holding seances in court even before the DC Act. You bet they were. Lawyers and prosecutors used to hotly contest the insights that came out of seances. You mean like what I've been doing? Right. It's like Dirk used to say. The royal priestess insights are just another piece of evidence. Right. I see what you mean about the significance of the divination seance changing. Yep. The insights became the only truth, and arguing against them was banned. They've gone pretty lax on that rule. As royal priestess, it's my duty to reveal the truth of the divination seance. This time, I will prove that the insights I glean thereof are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial, and your last rites. And tomorrow shall end with you under the headsman's axe. From what I've seen, Rafa would agree with that. This kingdom's a shadow of its former self. It's become a dictatorship where the royals use the fear of trumped-up charges to rule. And that's what Dirk's been rebelling against. Yep, all we want is to live in a kingdom with a fair and impartial legal system. There's only one way to make that come true. Overthrow the current regime. Hey, off topic, do you carve your apples before you eat them?
No.
No, I don't either. I just eat them. So that's the truth behind the rebels. Well, PW, my friend, it's about time for me to get going. I think that's the only time in the history of the series anyone has called me PW.
Mm-hmm.
After all, I am the fangs of the Divine Dragons. That's horrible! You're not going to do that alley-oop thing again, are you? I was just getting to that. See you when I see you. Alley-oop. Why does he have to jump like that before running off? Well, I guess we're friends now. If you don't get the joke, it's because he's basically doing a base jump.
I see.
Just like in place. It's really silly. But enough about that. I've already spent way too much time here. May 11th. Oh, we missed Mario Day. I guess we were in trial during Mario Day. I just didn't comment on it. Oh wait, no. This is all the same day.
Oh yeah, even though it says like day 2 on the walkthrough, it means like,
Yeah. Finally got out of here.
Mr. Wright! I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried about you.
Shadow. What happened to him anyway?
He came out of the manhole about 5 minutes after you went in. Sorry he wasn't of much help.
Well, did you find anything of worth? Oh, yeah, I tripped and fell down there. I must have been out cold for a while. I better keep things to myself for now.
This
I
reminds
figured
me
as
of a
much.
case I heard about on a true crime podcast about this girl named Kay Faraday. I don't know if you heard of this case.
She
Mr.
fell down
Wright.
a manhole because she
She
was
fell
looking at her
down
phone.
a ladder of some kind. It was a whole thing.
Involved the Mozilla movie, you know, the shooting of it, the thing that came out 7 years ago.
Oh, wait a second. I was there with Maya when the president of Zangfa died. That's right. I remember that.
That was a fucking weird day. Immediately
Yeah,
after, Maya's like, God, I need to get out of this fucking country before I get killed.
Yeah, Maya and I were going on a walk, and then
We saw
we
a
saw on the news
building.
that the president died about a block away from where our walk was.
She's like, wow, Phoenix, your passive almost activated again. Like, yeah, I know.
It's like, someone else. I wonder who.
And it was crazy. My boyfriend like came home and was like, Phoenix, you're never going to believe it. I had the craziest week. Hi, what happened? I have to find the secret hideout Mr. Arble was talking about. I should probably
Anyways,
start with
spoilers
places
for
that have something to do with the high
investigations,
priest. No, it's all in the line. The only reason you'd be watching this game is if you played everything else. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you're already. This game's a fucking
so
clusterfuck.
you wanna go to the inner sanctum.
How on earth could they have a secret hideout here? The gate locks. Barbed Head, you already searched here, did you not? Oh, I just thought I'd look around again, you know, in case I missed something. Probably shouldn't tell her I'm looking for the secret rebel hideout. What? We have a saying, home. Leave no stone unturned. Oh, yes. You cannot stump me. I know that one. Actually, I don't have a clue. It was written all over your face.
You just go start turning stones while I call Nana to talk to me about nothing in particular.
Nana, what the fuck is he talking about? Leave no stone unturned? What the shit is he? Anyway, I need to present the Dragon Ball.
It's not a present.
That lantern looks broken, but it's hard to make out the details from this angle. I'll take a closer look when I'm at a better spot.
You gotta do your rotate thing.
Root. I can't believe Mr. Arble used this as a parachute. That reckless fool. Then again, he must have a screw loose if he counts himself among those vile rebels. I wouldn't exactly call him crazy, but he's certainly one of a kind. Oh, probably just shoving it in its eyeball. It's a statue of a bird. I should take a closer look later. Or now, I guess. Hey, this eye is missing. What are you doing? You must not touch that for no reason. Sorry. But that shave. Huh. I wonder.
Take that!
This is very Danganronpa-y.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it. What?
Fun fact, back in the detention hall, one of the things Maya says is like,
Oh, and maybe in the inner sanctum there's some kind of secret hidden room, like on the Plumed Punisher.
Well, so you're telling me that the rebel leaders got all this because they saw the Plume Punisher and they're like, that's an awesome idea. And where they carve it is the fucking statue. Okay, she must be at a loss of words, and that doesn't happen too often. What is this place? Explain yourself at once, Barbed Head. I don't think she's ready for the full story. I don't really know much myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout. I'm shocked there's a secret door here. Imagine that goes double for Rafa. A rebel hideout in the inner sanctum? Someone will pay for this. Well, for now, I think I'll have a look around, if you don't mind me. Wait! You must not enter before the police. Don't worry, I won't disturb anything. Or at least I'll try not to. Besides, you watching over me, it should be fine, right? And, you see... Fine, just... Please stop pleading your case. I can only stand so much lawyerly drivel. but I will be presenting all information gleaned from your efforts here to the police. Of course. Now, shall we? I will go no further. Oh, right. You're not supposed to come in contact with the taint of Lady Kira's battles. Very good, Barbed Head. I commend you for remembering. Oh, well, thank you. Wait, why am I thanking her? I may not be able to enter, but I will allow no misdeeds on your part. I'll be watching over you like a warbot from the entrance here. I told you I'm not going to do anything. Better hurry up before she changes her mind. Couldn't she just, like, jump over the water?
Nah.
Alright. Into the rebel hideout. Golly. I believe this is the sacred space that enshrines the source of the spring water. That makes sense. The rebels must have converted it into a secret hideout. I guess we're just shouting at each other from inside and outside.
Yeah, it's not that far. There's
about-
not like a hallway or anything.
Yeah, it's like Fire Emblem combat.
Yeah, exactly.
What about that warbot revolving door? I wonder if that too was originally intended to help and hide and protect the sacred space. To think those filthy rebel scum were hiding and scheming their schemes in this most sacred space. It is a desecration upon Koreanism itself. The defiant dragon shall pay for this. I suppose it's only natural that she'd be upset. But the investigation must go on. I think I'll start by taking a picture of the place. Good thing I brought a camera to snap some souvenir shots. Stop that! You must not take photos here without permission. Rafer really fired up. She's sticking her head in as far as it will go. I guess she won't be tainted as long as she doesn't touch anything. Now to search every nook and cranny. Barbed Head, just because it's hard for me to see your every move doesn't mean you can just go around and make investigation jokes. Do not use that as an excuse to touch and break things. I heard you the first time. Sheesh. Look, it's a wheeled ballista.
Correct.
Weapons, and lots of them, too. We are lucky we found them before they could be used. Excellent work, Barbed Head. Oh, thanks. Rebellion ever happens. Hope it's bloodless. So this is the water source that supplies the Inner Sanctum Spring. It flows through the channel built in the floor before heading outside. Lady Kira used the sacred water to wash the taint of battle from her body. It's also not red like the water in the spring. A large stone slab. It's shaped like a Magatama. Looks rather unstable. I bet it'd tip over in an earthquake. What's that earthy grass-like smell? It is the smell of the moss that covers the stone. Oh, so the shaggy green stuff is moss. Huh. Looks like some of the moss is about halfway up has been disturbed. I wonder why that is. One quick touch can't hurt, right? Whoa! The slab's starting to wobble. What is happening? What have you done to the sacred space? Nothing. All I did was budge it a little. I knew it looked unstable. Probably best not to touch it again. It's like the enemy from Pikmin, which I am slowly discovering is my least favorite enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that guy. There's a Plume Punisher calendar right here. Ah, now I understand. The villains in the Plumed Punisher are based on the insurgents. Watching this show must have roused their ire against Lady Kira. I really doubt that's it. In fact, I think they were inspired by it.
I think violent video games are to blame.
Your
How's
GTAs.
that, Barbed Head?
Look. What is it, Barbed Head? It's a Plumed Punisher clock. Why, I believe it's a limited edition promotional item given to 50 lucky viewers. This rare item plays the Plume Punisher theme song every hour. Hand it over now, Barbed Head. She snatched it away from me. Wait, so I guess she is allowed to taint herself? No matter what she says, Rafa is definitely a huge fan. What a fine item. And this switch, if I'm right. It's the Bloom Punisher theme song. Yes, now I see. The insurgents use this room. Must be Plume Punisher fans! That may be so, but I don't see how it's relevant to this case. The statue door rotates when you pull this chain. I see. Then you must shut the door and destroy its mechanism. That will deprive the insurgents of access to this place. But wouldn't that trap me in here? Not to worry. I will come to visit you once a year. She's actually serious. Oh, wow. Looks like an order from Dirk. What's this? Let me see that. I thought you're not supposed to touch anything in here. This is an exception. I hand it over. Let's see here. Oh, Holy Mother! What does it say? It is an order intended for that rebel named Dats. It reads, after the Wright infiltrate the palace under the guise of returning Lady Kira's costume, and search for clues about that incident from 23 years ago. Dirk. 23 years ago? He must mean the assassination of Queen Amara. Oh, that was me. I don't know what the rebels are up to. It's intriguing and all, but it doesn't seem related to this case at hand. This will not do. I must warn my mother at once. No need to do that. This order will never be carried out. Lady Kira's costume's still here, and Abbot Emmy is no longer able to aid the rebels. Well, I knew that. That wasn't...
You know, she's very Flostia.
Yes. Yes, she is. There is a little bit of Flostia in... or Rafa and Flostia. How dare those filthy insurgents raise their banner at such a sacred space? Barbed Head, you must burn it at once. Didn't you tell me not to touch or damage anything? This is an exception. Very well, if you will not do it, then I will. But your benevolence, I thought you're not supposed to come in here. For once, the strange customs of this kingdom are working in my favor. There's something under the banner. A microphone? What's this doing here? Was someone trying to record something with it?
Ah, you got me. Bear trap, go.
What the hell is she doing up here in the mountains? You know, it's a fucking...
I was
Phoenix Wright
really
game.
the imposter in Investigations 2, not that other person whose name I won't say.
Look
'cause
at this. Look at
seriously,
this
someone might,
absolutely small, pathetic... It's like this? Seriously? Oh, because it's blood. Okay, I didn't see that. Is this a blood stain? Am I blind now?
It does kind of blend in a little.
I should probably try to figure out what happened in here. Do not tamper with any evidence before the police arrive. The police? Yeah, that reminds me. And they gave me something just for times like these.
I thought it might help your investigation.
Here, it's all yours.
I wanted to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools, but they were confiscated at the airport.
Luminol testing fluid. This might actually come in handy. When you're in the mood with Emma and bed, and she
Get the
smiles
luminol.
and goes, "Get the luminol." And
I want to
she's
see
like,
if there's blood on if there was blood on you.
it's like,
Okay,
can we
yes,
just
dear.
use like the lube like a normal couple? No. Mm. So it can even detect areas where blood has been wiped up. It might not help us figure out what happened. It might help us figure out what happened in here. Okay,
And
time for
in the
science
middle
this
of
then.
it, she just stops and she's like, "Hey, by the way, did you know that that the markings on a bullet are like the fingerprints of the gun?"
And
Did
it's
you know?
like, that's, that's what she says when she climaxes.
I was thinking she just stops in the middle, but sure.
Okay, time for science to do its thing. First, let me put these red tinted glasses on to see the luminals glow. Now I can look like Eden. It's my cosplay. It's finished. Then I touch wherever I want to spray some of the luminol. Here's where there was blood will react by turning blue. Oh, right. I don't have to fucking click anymore. The 3DS is like, no, this is stupid. God, it's so much slower in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. This is a huge bloodstain. Something big must have happened here. Perhaps the High Priest's blood flowed in there from under the Warbot statue? There was definitely a lot of blood here. But it's impossible to say how much at this point. I'll just take a picture for now. Oh, right. Luminal reactions don't show up in the photos. I'll just have to take some notes. Hey, that should do it. Mr. Barbed Head, just because you draw a red marker on the photo doesn't mean that serves as adequate evidence in court. Look at all this blood.
It's fine. Emma will be investigating with the cops.
I didn't notice before, but the blood stain looks like it was smeared away in one place. I left all the blood in one place. Is it because the Warbot revolving door passed over it? Well, I think that covers about everything here. Oh, hi, Emma. What's
See?
up?
I smelled luminol. I smelled luminol. Mr. Wright, you shouldn't have come in here before the police.
You shouldn't have used that bottle before I got to use it.
Bastard.
Sorry, but I was in a hurry. I didn't do anything I wasn't supposed to, I don't think. The Benevolence can attest to that, kind of. It is your fault for being so slow. I expect the police to work faster and more efficiently. Don't we all?
Sorry.
Well, Barbed Head, have you not already seen enough? Yeah, I guess it's about time I got back to the temple and go over everything I've learned.
Wait, Mr. Wright, before you go. Ballistic markings.
I like the fingerprints of a gun. We make fun of Emma being the one to say that, but I think it was actually Phoenix who originally said it were the fingerprints of the gun.
Wait, fingerprint powder. Wait, don't you want to blow in some fingerprint powder? Mr. Wright, please. Yeah, you go there.
Mr. Wright.
Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How'd it go?
Well, I got chased down the mountain by a rabid Emma Sky, so that was
Oh
unpleasant.
no, that sounds not fun.
Unfortunately, I didn't find anything conclusive.
No way.
I do not understand, Barbed Head. What don't you understand? Why you did not commit any misdeeds during your investigation. After all, lawyers ply their trade primarily through illicit means and methods. What? Who told you that? My mom. Are you saying she was wrong? No, that cannot be. You must have committed some sort of misdeed right under my nose. If that were so, she wasted her whole day following me around. You know what actually is really funny? I think I might have taken more of Rafa when making Flossie than I thought. Because, like, back then, Flossie also had an assistant.
Yeah, yeah, she did.
But then she ditched her. What is it? Prosecutor Sadmati has need of me. What's going on? I must go perform a divination seance for Perez Alat. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. I see. The third time will be the charm. My insights will finally bring you to your knees tomorrow. And I will teach you that, neophyte practitioner, a lesson. Looks like the Royal Priestess is back with a vengeance. She's made a full recovery from when we started the investigation earlier today. I look forward to seeing you in court, Your Benevolence. Your overconfidence would be your downfall. You will not look so confident when I'm finished with you tomorrow. Actually, I'm really not looking forward to seeing her tomorrow, I'll be honest. Especially without any solid evidence.
Why don't we go over everything you know so far?
Alright. Let's see here. Acolyte Zealot was killed during the Wright with Lady Kira's dagger. Maya's fingerprints were found on it.
That doesn't sound very good. I think she did it.
No. Look, I know. It's the very definition of being up a creek without a paddle.
What? No, it isn't.
The day before his murder, Zealot enjoyed a meal with the High Priest, his wife, and Maya. I also learned about spirit channeling here in Karain.
None of that sounds very helpful.
You're kind of useless, Mr. Wright.
You kind of suck, dude.
Oh, but I did hear something interesting. It's called My Fist,
Oh,
and it's about
finally.
to slam into Albie's fucking scrawny-ass nose.
Let's hear it, loser.
Let's fucking go. Get him, Shadow.
Get him, tiny sharks in the fucking pool.
The rebel hunting Lady Kira might be working with the Justice Minister.
What? Really?
That sounds like bullshit.
You're telling me that a person who hunts rebels supports the people that the rebels are rebelling against? Wow, you're a fucking genius, Mr. Wright.
Fucking
PW.
idiot.
Our kingdom is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. We can't allow the people to be controlled by fear and violence.
Albie, that sounds like something a rebel might say. Yeah, and maybe you should consider jumping off a high cliff.
See, we're at the top of a staircase right now. Let's go.
Go on, snap your neck.
It does. But if that Lady Kira really is one of Minister Inga's subordinates, that would exonerate Miss Maya.
Unfortunately, I have no way of proving it in court.
I know. Too bad.
Oh, I almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found at the Inner Sanctum.
Wow, you're really burying the lead.
There was a blood stain inside. I don't know if it or how it's connected to this case, though.
Wow, a secret room at the Inner Sanctum. I've definitely never been there. That would be a huge hit with tourists.
This kid really needs is really an entrepreneur at heart, also an
I'm
asshole.
gonna be the next Anna. What I mean is that hideout could be important to your case.
I'll be your Anna.
Analbi. That doesn't sound like bullshit.
Maybe, but it's still too early to tell.
Did I read the line?
I don't know. Looks like I'm heading into court without any useful evidence, because we
What's
spent the
new?
entire time just making Albie sound like a fucking brat.
What's new? What's new, PW? Huh? We'll just have to pray something appears during tomorrow's trial.
Like a fucking bullet through your skull, Mr. Wright. I'm praying for that.
You should have been shot instead of Francisca.
Princess Rafa's divination seance might be my only hope. There could be some new information that might help.
The divination seance? But I thought it always works against the accused.
Not always. Right. It's like Dirk used to say. The royal priestess insights are just another piece of evidence.
You found the rebel and you didn't tell anyone? I'm gonna report you, dude.
I'm gonna push
Really?
you down the fucking stairs.
I never heard anyone say that before. It's hard to figure you out sometimes, sir. Like, seriously, really hard. Like, I just can't stress enough.
How fucking brain dead you are.
Yeah.
Divination seances work both ways before the Defense Culpability Act. It's only now that the people of Karain find it strange.
Mr. Wright, I'm gonna make you reverse PLJ down the stairs. I just wanted to say good luck tomorrow.
Reverse BLJ. It's just walking forward.
No.
Thanks, I can't afford to lose this next one.
Well, duh. You couldn't afford to lose the first one either. You would have died then too.
I'm just gonna fucking Sparta him into the pond. I've collected all sorts
No,
of
the tiny
information.
sharks.
But I haven't even started connecting the dots. I've just made an enemy out of Albie for no fucking reason.
I'm gonna sick my dog on you.
I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling off a win. Rafa's insights will be the deciding factor. But I'll be the initial factor. Here's
Get
my
it?
gun.
Get it, Albie? It's like my name. You get it?
It's a huge gamble. But it's always gun.
what happens when you play a game I've played before.
Yeah. That's what you'd be like when you're playing Persona 3, right?
Yeah, totally.
It's May 12th. Hi,
This is
court.
probably a good time to save so that we can.
Oh, it's a perfect time to
hit
save.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a state as well. And that's that. Allie's just like, were you talking about like a kid like fucking killing Phoenix Wright?
Oh, she didn't hear all that. No. She was in the bathroom or something, I think.
Okay then. That is going to do it for this session. Next time is going to be the trial. Some of it, maybe all of it. Is this a 3-day?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how much you want me to spoil.
I feel like it could be either or. It's like 50-50 at this point. I think this is one of the longer ones, though.
It's longer than the first two, I think. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the first two
first one
only
was
had
only
one
one
trial
day.
day. Yeah, same. And the second one was one investigation and then one trial.
Was it?
Yep.
No, it was 2, right?
No, it wasn't.
It was 1?
Yeah, it wasn't even like day 1, part 1, and day 1, part 2. It was just trial day 1.
Give me a minute.
Oh, changes have been applied. If you return to title, you should be able to go to like the select, right?
Is there a return to title button?
But I have the walkthrough up. It's just one thing.
Oh, there's the return to title button. Okay. Is that really true? Wait a minute. No, wait. No, wrong one.
That's the first episode. And then chapter select, investigation day 1, trial day 1.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Gotta miss her.
Which one? The bunny girl or
Yeah,
Trucy?
yeah, the bunny girl. And Trucy as well.
When I've told you that chapter 5 in this game is crazy long, I think part of that is them like making the rest of the game a bit shorter, and then chapter 5 is just really long.
If only they took that advice for Turnaround Big Top. Imagine, like, if that had been shorter, we could have gotten a longer 2-4.
Mm-hmm. But like if I open the walkthrough for chapter 5, it is so much. That is actually the most like headers I've seen in any of the Ace Attorney walkthroughs.
Jesus. Either way, though, that'll be that. Bye-bye. We're playing Danganronpa. That's horrible.
Yeah, Danganronpa is horrible. That's true.
It's okay. We got the one character dead. Spoilers. A character died in Danganronpa.
Yippee!